Our keynote speaker today is a member of the Auburn family. His parents were longtime faculty members at Auburn University as a part of our library systems. He grew up in Auburn. He graduated from Auburn High School. And we've got him here today because he's going to tell us if he really rolled the trees at the White House after the national championship game. Mr. Robert Gibbs.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. That almost got me in a lot of trouble. Thank you, and War Eagle. You cannot imagine how many hours as a child growing up here that I spent sitting in my room, all four walls surrounded by posters of Auburn football, or playing in my backyard, and imagined being in this stadium, on this field, my name said aloud, followed by applause. Of course, that dream usually included a perfectly thrown touchdown pass in a big game. I could never have dreamed that scenario would play out in something as big and as meaningful as this today. Let me begin by thanking the class of 2011 and the entire university for this invitation and this amazing honor. You see, I am not a graduate of Auburn University, and the honor of speaking at this is usually reserved for distinguished alumni. But I was born and grew up here in Auburn. Auburn will always be where I'm from. And when I say Auburn, I don't separate a town from a school that shares its name. I mean it as one place and one community. My parents both worked at Ralph Brown Drawn Library. Parents, it's entirely possible that some of your children have actually been there. And while I never studied there for a class I took here, I learned to ride a bike on its lawn. It is good to come back and walk again on that lawn as I did yesterday morning. I have had the privilege of being around some amazing and historic events over the past several years. But I want you all to know that I put this occasion among any of those. So thank you for letting me be part of your special day. Before I start, I think we should all remember the horrific and tragic events of less than 2 weeks ago here in Alabama, where tornadoes and storms took the lives of an astonishing number and left behind devastation the likes of which few had ever seen. We all saw how the city of Tuscaloosa and the University of Alabama were greatly impacted. The school postponed their commencement as the area tries to recover. And while we are rivals on a field or on a court, our hearts and our prayers go out to all that were hurt and killed or had their lives change in an instant of violent weather. Knowing how fragile life is, I hope each of you graduates here will spend some time today thinking about and thanking all those that got you to this important juncture in your life. Because no matter how remarkable your story is leading to this very moment, each and every one of you got here because of the help of others. Parents, family, friends, teachers, mentors, and so many more. Don't let today pass without thanking them for all they did to keep you on life's winding path that brought you to this stage today. As I told friends I was coming back home to Auburn with the honor of speaking at this year's commencement exercises, I was met with the same two responses from virtually everyone. First, they said, "Wow, that's cool." And it is. Next, though, they said, I don't remember who spoke at my commencement. That naturally led me to think of my own graduation. Sadly, I remember who spoke, but I haven't the slightest idea what wisdom or charge he gave on that day. So with that inspiration fresh in my mind, I set off to write a speech. A speech I knew that could contain 1,000 important things to tell you new graduates, but understanding that you'd forget 999 of them before you left this ceremony. Frankly, in a couple of years, it's exceedingly likely you'll even forget my name. Nonetheless, I was convinced I could tell you something memorable, and I jotted down many ideas to impart to you here today. After a while, I looked down and realized I had filled several pages with nearly illegible handwriting and many of life's memorable and meaningful cliches. That's when I realized why no one remembers these events. But I thought about one in particular that I wanted to talk about, and quite honestly, debunk and rethink here today. I'm sure you are all very familiar with the phrase, opportunity only knocks once. My apologies in advance to any parents, family, or friends of graduates who have given out this advice to any of you over the past few days leading up to this event. You see, I think that phrase couldn't be more wrong, and let me explain. First, in a few minutes, you'll be graduates. Some of you for the second or maybe a third time, and your degree will say Auburn University on it. So your opportunities won't be one, but instead they'll be almost limitless. Because of your education, you've created those opportunities. But now it is up to you to make the most of them. For many of you, today represents the end of your scripted life. Preschool to elementary school, then to middle school, junior high, and high school, followed by college. And it ushers in the idea of limitless possibility, wonder, and opportunity. But understand, while your opportunities are limitless, opportunity isn't likely to simply walk up and knock on your door. You see, it very rarely, if ever, happens. It's not that easily transactional, you waiting for the clear sound of that knock. And frankly, your role isn't that passive. Think about that image, you merely opening a door and letting it all come to you. It's just not that easy. It's just not how it works. No, you have to decide which opportunities to take. You have to be ready to do so with the ability and the skills to make that opportunity into something more, something concrete, something meaningful. It will require you to continue to learn, not just the type of learning you get in a classroom from a textbook or a teacher, but from life experience and life's continued curiosity. It will require you to look at things from a perspective as you haven't before, to expand outside of your own comfort zone and try new and different things. Trying new things will inevitably lead to some failures. Not everything you do is likely to always work out as you thought or hoped. So as you seize these opportunities, don't be afraid to fail. Fear of failure will only lead you to not embrace an opportunity that could change your life or the lives of many others around you. As you make your way, you will turn those opportunities into success. Then you will have to decide what success means for you. Don't let it simply be defined by the type of car you drive, the label on the clothes you wear, or by the size and number of houses you own. Don't confuse success with a richness of life or happiness. There are many who we would consider successful who aren't truly rich in life or happy. Many of the values that got you where you are today will play a big part in your life here. Take the time to really think that through. Lastly, there are those in this cherished community, in this beautiful state, in this great and amazing country, and all over this precious planet, who may never know the true hope of opportunity knocking at their door in life. So as you leave here today, newly invigorated to meet new challenges, a college graduate heading out into those very places, as you seize those opportunities, look around. Look around on life's remarkable journey and help build a door for those who don't have one, so that opportunity will have a place in their lives too. Thank you, class of 2001, and congratulations to you all.